All right, yo, what's good? So after seeing those hashtag ads on Domino's, I had to go see what all the hype is about. I just got my first Parmesan stuffed crust, melty, cheesy in every bite pizza. I got, what did I get? Ooh, I wasn't prepared for it to look like that. Yo, I'm not even, yo, this isn't an ad. They ain't paying me nothing, bro. I'm just really blown by how good this pizza look, yo. It's got sausage, it's got pepperoni, ham, and green peppers on that bit, and I guess there's cheese in the crust. I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Let's see, I'm gonna try to cut this up how they be cutting it, you know what I mean, how they be cutting their little videos up while I'm eating it. But I'm gonna tell you a story though about the last time that I tried to get into a relationship and how it just did not work, and how they be holding it when they be doing these little ads though. Because my steering wheel is like right here, and like I don't really know. Okay, now let me just break it open like this here. Oh my gosh, it looks just like the ad, bro. Like I just saw an ad on it bit, bro, and it looked just like it. Here, let me see if I can. I don't know how they be holding it, bro, so let me see if I can break open the oh wow, it really be like that. Yo, it's really like that, son. With the cheese and the, oh man, bro. Hold up. Bruh. I'm not even gonna hold you. This is fire. Oh my God. This is good. This is so good. It's actually really, really good. So I'm really balancing the pizza box on my chest and the steering wheel right now. I'm positive that's not how they do it, but so boom, check it out. I got the garlic sauce and I got the marinara sauce, and I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to try both of them, man. Hold up, I need to find somewhere to put it. Can it balance right here? I feel like I'm gonna make a mess in my car. Okay, why they make this so difficult? Let's open up the marinara sauce first and try that, because I'm a fan of the marinara sauce. So do I just dip the pizza in it, or do I dip the crust first? Oh boy, it's so good. Like, let me take some of this stuffed crust. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh. Bro, I'm making a mess, and I don't even care. Goddamn. So you only had pizza in like 4 months, right? That is good. That is good. Listen, I'm not gonna hold you, son. If you think about getting this stuffed crust bit, get it. Because this is the truth. I ain't never had nothing from Domino's like this. Not like this. Domino's done stepped at their game. But I used to think Papa John's was it. This is the garlic crust, the garlic sauce, Parmesan garlic sauce. Let me just take another slice and dip it in that Parmesan. Oh, I love doing this part. Oh man, let me just dip it in that. Hold on, I gotta take I want the crust. I want to dip the crust inside the Parmesan. Yeah, just like that. Damn, this tastes even better. Oh, it's so good. Damn, that is actually fire. That is actually fire. All right, so listen, the story I'm about to tell you is not for children. So if you are a jit watching this and you got some parents around you, you might want to dip or turn this video off, as a matter of fact, because this is not for you. But I feel like most of my audience are adults anyway, and maybe y'all gonna relate to this story. So a couple years ago, I used to be really girl crazy, right? Like really girl crazy. Like I'm with my homegirl Michelle, and her roommate Mike, and we would always go out to the bar and meet our other friends and stuff, and go to the movies. And my whole objective for going out was to meet a female, right? I wanted to fall in love real bad. I really did. That was my whole objective for going out. They just wanted to go out drinking, smoking, and have a good time, because the places we went, like, they let you smoke too. I got that Mountain Dew Baja Blast. You know I gotta have Baja Blast on deck. So, I'm not gonna hold you. It was a while ago. I was like 21, 22. I think I was probably 22. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember this girl's name. Which is crazy because of the amount of like energy I put into her, right? So, we're at this bar on their like Thursday dollar drink night or something like that, right? So we were getting dollar drinks, and I'm with the homies, we're chilling, I'm peeping the scene and seeing who looking at me, who I can look at, you know, who's making eye contact, who's not making eye contact, right? And I noticed this, like, I guess she was like Indian, and I'm just gonna call her Adrian because I don't remember her name. But she was peeping me while I was peeping her. And it was going on back and forth like that for about a good 30 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? I think this is something. So I'm gonna go holler at her. Well, before I even did anything, some people from her team came up to me and was like, yo, Adrian is kind of feeling you. She wanna talk to you. And I said, well, why does she come up and talk to me? She's like, oh, well, she's kind of shy, she's nervous, but she saw you looking at her and she thinks you're cute, like that. So I'm like, thinking in my head, okay, well, either A, this is all true, or B, what is likely to happen is she saw, like she saw me looking at her, and they asked her, why don't, you know what I'm saying, like, is that somebody you would talk to or whatever? And she was like, I don't know, maybe I don't really care. He looks okay. Like, I don't think she really said that I was cute or whatever like that, right? So I was like, all right, shoot. Now, despite me leaving the house that night to meet a female, I'm still really nervous, right? But I done had some drinks in me, and I feel like I got liquid courage. So I said, shoot. I walk up to her. I said, hey, what's up? And she was like, hi. And I was like, so you think I'm cute? And she was like, I guess, or something like that. So long story short, I'm talking to her, I buy her a drink, and she's acting real shy, right? The only thing that I can think of is, like, you ever remember being in school and you got that real shy girl that act like she want to talk to you, but she really don't, like, don't know what to say, like she's really scared and nervous. And I kind of felt that, like, it put me back in, like, it really put me back in, like, middle school, like high school days, because of how nervous she was acting around me. So bother, talk to her, drink with her, whatever, get her phone number, and end up calling her like the next day or something like that, and boom, we just started talking. So I'm living at home at the time, right? So I really want to, like, get with her and do some stuff. So the next, you know, the best thing I can do is, like, yo, let's go watch a movie. So I think we planned, like, next weekend, you know, watch a movie or whatever like that. So we went to go see a movie, and I remember, like, the movie that weekend being a good, like, event. I was with her, I was hanging out, I didn't try to do anything forward, because the whole time I'm hyping this up within myself, like, because I want to be in a relationship real bad, you know? That was where I was at. I done did the whole, like, meet a chick for sex sort of thing, and that's what we do, and that's all we do. I done did that before, and that's all I was gonna do, because I had, you know, a girl break my heart once, and I wasn't trying to do a relationship no more for a while. So that's all I was at. But at this point in time, I felt like, you know, all my friends is, you know, starting to settle down or whatever, and that's what I thought that I should be doing. And that's kind of what I want to do. I kind of want to have, like, a relationship with a girl. So I'm trying to do everything right and not mess it up by being too fast with her on that first, you know, whatever date. I bought tickets, bought the food, did all the stuff I had to do, and everything was cool. So I was ready to take it to the next step. So I had this homie that was a little bit older than me. He had an apartment and lived by himself. I can't bring the chick to my mama's house because I don't know how my mama gonna react, right? Really don't, because my mama would be tripping, right? So I was like, you know what? I got a perfect idea. Either get a hotel and chill with her for a night, or I can call up my homeboy and we can do it. So boom, my homeboy, he cool. He's an older cat too, older cat. Like I was like 20, he was probably like, I don't know, 30. You know what I'm saying? He was a lot older than me. Dude by the name of Dean. Cool ass dude. He worked for Boar's Head. He had ridiculous money for some reason. So he was just a lonely guy. You know what I mean? So boom, I called him up, you know, bro, I got this girl that I met. Is it okay if we spend the weekend over there? Because I can't take her to my house, and I'm pretty sure I can't go to her house. And you know, you're my only option. He was like, yeah, that's fine. You guys come over for the weekend. I don't care. So I'm like, cool. Now the girl, which are probably asking, how old is she? She was probably like 21. You know what I mean? Like she was able to buy drinks at the place. You know, looking at her age though, and looking at her face, I can't say she was more than like 21. Like if anything, I'm thinking she's like 18 for real, but she was buying drinks, so she had to be like of age. She was just in that little sweet spot where, you know, they look younger, but they are, you know, of age or whatever. So whatever, the weekend comes and my homie, he comes through and picks me up, and then we go to her crib, pick her up, and we go back to his crib and we just chilling. We get there, order pizza, start watching a movie, whatever, and then we started playing like some party games, whatever, like that, like a Jenga or something. I don't remember what the game we played. I think it was something like, I forget the name of the dumbass game. It was like a game where you had to like know something. It was like pop trivia, some ass question like that. But we played it to where you had to take shots or whatever. I don't know. I am getting a call.
At Lambert's, we strive to provide excellent customer service and hope we have succeeded in placing the necessary fiber optic line over the last few days. If you have any questions or are not happy with the placement of this fiber line, please call us at 1-888-616-6305. Please allow 2 business days to respond. Press 1 to play this message again.
Okay. I guess that was about the fiber optic that I just recently had installed in my house and placed the Spectrum, which I don't know, I gotta call them because my phones won't connect to the Wi-Fi system. Everything else connects to the Wi-Fi. The PlayStations connect to the Wi-Fi, but my phone ain't connected to the Wi-Fi. I gotta call them. But anyways, so this is where, and I'm already full from this pizza, even though it's delicious. So this is where like stuff kind of goes wrong, right? So I told her that I've never been in like a serious relationship, and I really want to do some relationship type stuff, you know what I mean, over this weekend, because I've never done it before, you know. And she's like, okay. And she was amazingly down with a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Like she was like, I don't want to say fantasy as to make you think that I'm doing some crazy out the way stuff, but fantasies that were like acceptable, normal fantasies. You know, you just got out of my teenage years. I'm just, you know, let me say, I want to experience some of the stuff that I've heard people talk about to see what it's like. And I was like, yo, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. Is it okay? And she was like, yeah, it's okay. So we can do all that stuff. So the first thing I wanted to do was, I don't even know if I can say this for real on YouTube, but it involved the shower. And I'm just gonna say that maybe because it was my first time, but it was not as enjoyable as I thought it was going to be. It was more awkward than anything. We tried to make it work as much as possible, but if you get my meaning, it didn't work. Just because of Maybe it was a standing up position. Maybe it was, to me, only thing I can remember is the friction, the heat, and the water not really doing anything. So it wasn't as enjoyable. So that was one thing that I crossed off the list, and I was like, yeah, I don't even know if I like that. And me, I'm a weird person anyway. Like, after a couple years, like, you know, I don't even like kissing girls no more like that. I'm not saying like on some like homo type stuff. I mean, I still, you know, fuck with the females, but it's just like I get too in my head about kissing. Like, I have to know a female's mouth history before I start kissing her, because if they ain't brushed their mouth in a couple of days, like, I just have to know, you know what I mean? I just can't go off kissing like random chicks. I can't do that no more. I don't know, maybe that's in my head. But I wasn't like it back then. I was kissing her all the time. Oh my God. I was kissing her. Y'all remember one time we were laying down and we were about to, you know, and I'm kissing her and I'm smiling. And I mean, I'm smiling, I'm cheesing. And she just like giggled and she's like, why are you smiling so much? And I said, because I'm happy. I couldn't help it. I was just happy. And I remember in that moment, I was thinking like, man, I got one. She doesn't look bad. She likes me. She's the right size. It's perfect. I'm happy. Like, I was really thinking that, like, it's perfect. I'm happy. So that's why I was smiling so much that day, at that time. So another thing that I want to try with her is not necessarily do the deed, but I really wanted to sleep with her. Like, as in cuddle and go to sleep, you know, because there's this one time that I was always forever jealous of. I was like 18, and I was with my friend Neil and our other two homies. We were going around skating, and I guess Neil had to go, we had to make a pit stop and go to one of Neil's friend's house to pick something up. I think it was a camera that this kid borrowed from my friend Neil. We were gonna go skating, right? I think we were going night skating is what it was, had to have been. So we all get out of Neil's Jeep and go into this kid's house. And we go into this kid's house, lights off, AC blasting. They were all on the floor, like 2 girls, 2 guys, or it might have been 3 girls, 3 guys, I don't know. But it was a gang of them, bunch of whites. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And they were watching the movie, blankets, whole 9 just on the floor, everybody all hugged up each other. And I'm thinking to myself, man, that looks like a lot of fun. And I think I missed my opportunity to do that because they were all like teenagers. Neil was like 16, 17. I'm already 18 or whatever at the time that this took place. And it was just like, I missed my opportunity to do that because no adults are gonna do that. Which I found out later that that's not entirely true because I got to do that, you know, that's another time for another story. I got to do that exact thing with some people that were not teenagers, they were adults. And truth to be told, wasn't that fun. Wasn't that fun. It looked fun, wasn't that fun. So anyways, I'm seeing them doing that, and then I wanted to do that. So when I told her, I was just like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to lay with you, cuddle, watch you know, a movie, and then eventually fall asleep. She's like, yeah, okay, we can do that. So I'm thinking it's gonna be perfect, you know? And we watched the movie, it was good. We cuddled or whatever like that. And the first thing that really was like, it was just being uncomfortable being in one position for too long. After about a good 20, 30 minutes, I wanted to really shift, and I could tell she wanted to shift because we were just, you know, not comfortable in that position in an extended period of time. So we kind of shifted and ended up just kind of, you know, just being next to each other watching the whatever movie. And then later on that night, while we were asleep for the actual sleep, not doing anything extracurricular, just sleeping, brother, nobody told me how much, like, I always heard that humans, our bodies generate heat. If you're in a cold environment, you're freezing to death, get together with another, you know, warm body and you guys will keep each other warm. I always heard that, but I didn't know how literal that really meant. Bro, I woke up in the middle of like being hugged up with this broad and I was literally burning up. Like, it was so hot. And I'm like, damn, is the AC on? And the AC was definitely on. So I had to I had to detach myself from her. She didn't really care or whatever like that. I just detached myself, and I was just really remember thinking like how hot it really was. Dean, he was on the couch. He let us sleep in the bed because he was just that type of dude. He was cool. He was the best wingman ever. I think he was just happy to have some young people, you know, doing some I can only imagine what Dean is going through right now. You know what I mean? He's this older guy. He's single. You know what I mean? Like, hopelessly, like, he was kind of fat or whatever like that. He's just enjoying having some young people, like, in his house or whatever, doing whatever. So, I mean, it's cool. You know, he never did anything weird or nothing like that. I just think he just enjoyed having people with him. So, yeah, it was just too hot in that bed. I had to detach myself from her. And then the next thing that happened after that, the next weekend happened, and I wanted to go to where she was at and just hang out with her, right? Dean, I think he was busy on a business trip, and I didn't have any money to like take her out anywhere, so I was just like, I just want to come over. So I hopped on the bus. This is back before I had a car or a license. So I hopped on the bus and went over to her crib, and you know, we're just walking around her neighborhood, right? And that's when the little arguments started happening. And it's only been like 3, maybe 4 weeks of us like being like a couple, you know what I mean? So this is the thing that really blew me, man. So we were walking around the neighborhood, and we saw a man really like yelling at his son. And the son couldn't have been more than like 14 or 15, but he was like, the way that he was yelling at him, the only thing I can remember thinking is like, that kid gets beat when he's in the house. The way that this dad was like yelling at this kid, bro, I'm thinking he's getting beat in his house. Like, that's what's really going on. That kid's getting abused, right? And I'm thinking like, with the veracity of the way this guy is yelling at him, like, if he gets beat, he's not getting a spanking. He's too old to get, like, and I'm thinking, you know, I didn't do anything. I'm just thinking to myself, and then I said it out loud. I'm like, yeah, that kid probably gets abused, bro. Maybe I should have went over there and said something. And then she was like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but the argument or the conversation that turned sort of into an argument was some to the effect of, you don't know what their home life is like. You can't assume. You can't, like, you know, that, you know, he might not be being abused. You're just, you know, whatever. That's what her stance of it was. And like, you shouldn't get involved. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get involved, but I'm just saying, like, do you see the way that he was yelling at her? Like, I can only imagine that kid is getting abused. She says, well, you don't know that. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, she's probably right. But at the same time, though, why is she coming at me like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you coming at me with this attitude like that? I mean, I feel like, sure, you can have your difference of opinion, but don't come at me like you, like, it almost felt like she was really mad at me, and she was really coming at me sideways. Like, I thought we were a couple. Is that, like, I get it, like, couples argue or whatever like that, but the way she came at me, bro, I kind of wanted to cuss her out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what? It's cool. I was like, yeah, you know, you're probably right. And I let it go. So then, I think shortly after that, a few days go by, or maybe even the next weekend. I don't even think it was the next weekend. She gonna call me, talking about her old boyfriend, keep calling her. And I'm like, you want me to call him and talk to him and tell him it's over? She's like, no, he's just, you know, being nice, asking me about this. I don't remember exactly the conversation, but I can remember thinking it was like harmless, the way she described it. It was like he was, you know, saying that he had a girlfriend already, and, you know, he was just asking her about, you know, a family member or something. Like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but the only thing I remember thinking of that it wasn't at that time, the way that she was describing their conversations, it wasn't threatening to our relationship. And I felt like the chick was still committed to me. So then she calls me back again, or I call her back again, whatever. Next conversation, she's talking about the boyfriend calling her more and talking to her. And I was just like, oh yeah, so, you know, I don't really remember too much. The only thing I remember is that she was starting to talk more and more about this boyfriend that she had. And then I think I asked her to get together another weekend at Dean's, and she turned it down. She said no, she's got something to do, or whatever the case may be. I don't remember exactly, but she turned it down. And I'm thinking, you don't have a job. You are supposed to want to go and do this. And on top of that, you've been talking about this boyfriend that you've been with, you know, talking to or whatever. And just the vibe of our conversations. Now, I can't say for sure that she was getting back with old dude, but the vibe of our conversations went from lovey-dovey, I want to be with you at all times type shit, to it just seemed very standoffish. Like, we talked, she couldn't wait to get off the phone with me, and then she was telling me about her boyfriend. So I'm the type of person, I like to put 2 and 2 together. And a lot of times my friends tells me that you shouldn't do that, that's wrong because you don't know the actual truth. But listen, you can't tell me shit. If I think I'm right, I think I'm right, and I know I'm right. And I put 2 and 2 together. She's trying to get back with her boyfriend. Like, that's what it is. So I didn't want to have it confirmed because I knew how that would destroy me emotionally, because I was really into this chick. I'd spent money on this chick. I'd slept with her, physically, like literally slept with her. We did the little shower thing. I did a bunch of firsts that I did. I was really wanting for this to work. So I didn't want this to destroy me emotionally. So I just deleted her phone number, deleted her off my social media, and never talked to her again. Never talked to her again. Actually, I did talk to her at one point in time, like a year later. I saw one of her pictures come up on one of my social media posts, and no, it was something about her grandmother. I think her grandmother had passed away, and I said, I'm sorry about to hear about your grandmother, whatever like that. And she said thank you or whatever, and that was it. That was the last time I talked to her. And that, my friends, was the last time that I tried the whole relationship thing, because I felt like I don't want to sound weird, but I was the cutest, the prettiest I was gonna be at the time. Because listen, bro, like dude said on the stream last night, put the hat back on. You know what I mean? So like, teeth are fucked up. You know, I'm just older, forehead, line, wrinkles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was probably the last time, unless I meet somebody that is either A, super desperate, or B, they really don't care about looks like that. That was the last time. And I just don't think it's ever gonna happen for me again. And I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. If it happens, it happens. If I meet somebody one day that's really feeling me, and can really take all of my extra baggage, which, you know, I done read into the research or whatever like that, man. Listen, I'm the type of person like this. I don't want to burden anybody with my stuff. And more than that, I fear relationship now more than ever because of the breakup, because of what happens after the breakup, the negativity that happens. And then on top of that, man, like, I don't know, man, I've got this aunt, and I know this shouldn't really weigh in on anything, but I got this aunt, right? She is so judgmental. And whenever somebody tries to step to her daughter or try to step to her daughter, she was always like criticizing everything about the dude and talking to my mom about this and this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, I just can't imagine me like trying to step to somebody's, you know, whatever, and having them criticize me like this, that, and the third about everything that I have and everything that I do. I just don't think I can take that, bro. And so I don't know. If it happens, it happens. I'm just trying to get my paper up right now. So I've been thinking about the future, thinking about just deep future, and wanting to stabilize that. And I've just been working towards that, trying to make this YouTube shit work. So, and I feel like a female at this stage would probably derail everything, because I know me, I will drop everything for a girl and I will be completely gone, and that's it. And then when the inevitable breakup happens, I'm gonna be a wreck, and I won't be able to do anything. I won't feel good about anything for at least a week. My homie Dishy went through the same thing. I don't know how he bounced back, bro. He was with this chick for a grip, and he thought she was gonna be the one. He was talking about marriage and not to put his stuff out there like that, but you know, it ended bad for him. Same thing happened with my homie Espo. Thought that was gonna be the one. It ended bad for him. And I don't know how they found the resolve to bounce back, but they bounced back. I can't bounce back, bro. I'll fall into a pit of despair. I will. But anyways, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed my Parmesan stuffed crust pizza vlog. The pizza is fire. That is the best pizza I've ever had. And I only really fuck with Papa John's for real. That has Papa John's on the door. If I ever get another pizza, it's going to be that. And I'm glad I have more of it to eat later. Listen, I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm gonna go home, hop on some Marvel Rivals. I hope you guys come to the stream. If you're watching this as a live video premiere, be sure to say, "What up, Ventus?" Nah, I'm playing. I don't care what you say. But I'll holler at y'all, boys. Please don't get hit by my car, old man. Is there anybody else behind me? Can I do this? I don't like just backing up like this. I'm just backing up. Okay. I think I'm good. Yes, sir. Can I cut across? Oh, I can cut across just like this. Yes, sir. Dang, that Audi is bad. Y'all can't see it, but man, oh man, Audi RS5? I want one. Oh, looks like I got it. I got it. Bitch, I'm gone.